The oil terminal in Feodosiia in temporarily occupied Crimea consists of 43 tanks with a total capacity of 258,000 cubic meters and was the main fuel hub for the Russian army. On October 7th, a fire broke out at this oil facility. Later, the Ukrainian Armed Forces General Staff confirmed the strike on the oil depot, which was used by the occupants.
The General Staff explicitly stated that this was an attack by Ukraine's missile forces. The aggressor cannot in any way conceal the fact of a strike and a massive military defeat. At the same time, in the cities of Crimea, the aggressor does not announce air alerts and missile alarms. They are not communicating all this to the population.
On October 10th, new explosions were heard on the oil depot in Feodosiia. According to Russian media, there was a release of flammable materials at one of the terminals. In 6 days, the oil depot burned down completely. 8 tanks with fuel were destroyed. This is confirmed by satellite images published by OSINT analysts.
There is no smoke above the oil depot now, as there was in the past days. At the same time, the emergency regime in Feodosiia has not been cancelled. It is impossible to drive past the oil depot, and vehicles are forced to take air diversions. At the same time, the Russian-controlled local authorities are still not saying anything about the causes of the fire at the oil depot. From the Telegram channel Crimean Wind.
The illegally built Kerch Bridge remains one of the main targets for attacks. The Russians have made various attempts at defense, but none have been successful so far. The booms that were installed around the bridge throughout the summer are now drifting in the Black Sea.
The booms that Russia is trying to use to protect the Kerch Bridge from possible attacks by Ukrainian sea drones are floating in the water area near the coast. Some of the booms were nailed to the shore by the sea current in the central district of Kerch, from the article of the publication Crimea.
According to experts, there are 232 military facilities in Crimea. All of them are legitimate targets for the Ukrainian army. The Ukrainian defense forces are working to weaken Russian air defense capabilities in temporarily occupied Crimea and Sevastopol as much as possible. One of the latest notable defeats by Ukrainian defense forces is the Panzer S-1 air defense system in Crimea, which Russia claims to be one of a kind. Panzer also guards Putin's residence in Novoogaryova.
There are no equivalents according to Russian propaganda, but it is actually unable to cover the most important infrastructure facilities of the Russian Federation. The redeployment of the Panzer S-1 to cover transport infrastructure in Crimea has been recorded, namely the Crimean Bridge.
The Ukrainian army is working to weaken the Russian air defense capabilities in temporarily occupied Crimea as much as possible. In this way, the Ukrainian defense forces cut the Russians off from logistics and resources. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Victoria Smirnova, UATV News.